Coming up in this week's eFIXX TV, Gary does some exercise by the beach. As a result, I have to call a doctor. We check out the latest electric vehicle technology. I discover a mop. Two former friends take on the eFIXX Electricians Challenge. All this and more coming up in this week's Seaside Special eFIXX TV.
Well, I hope we can live up to the hype of our Seaside Special, but first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Whether you're joining us live or whether you're joining us on some form of catch-up at your own leisure, we appreciate everybody that tunes in to obviously see us on this Wednesday evening, don't we?
Certainly do.
We'd also like to thank some people, wouldn't we, that help make this possible, as well as you watching it. We obviously have some other people that support eFIXX TV. We'd like to thank Lasico, we'd like to thank Wago, Nipex and Ludum Palazzoli for making this possible, that we can come to you live every other week on a Wednesday, which is really good. Now, we did sort of promise some new presenters, didn't we, Greg? Yeah. So when you're away and you're having a bit of fun, and we've been away, I'm going to show you that as we move forward throughout this live stream. You'll see a few vignettes of what we've been up to. You often get thrown a little gem, a gift. One-off. It was more than a gift. We got to spend some time down at Penelcom, didn't we?
Yep.
And we spent it with Leo. Wait for it. Leon. So come on. Yeah, you should have been in there. I was setting up for it. Yeah. So we spent some time down there with
Leon.
We did, with Leon. And when we first met Leon, he was very pleased to meet me and addressed me as he would by my name, Gary, and my good friend over here, Greg. So to continue the ruse on for the 2 days that we were with him, I decided that Greg fitted brilliantly, so we kept it going. And you enjoyed that, didn't you? Especially on day one, you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, not like you. Yeah, it's not like you just never shut up.
No, I don't shut up, do I? So what a gift I got given.
You did. But sometimes though, revenge is a dish best served cold.
It didn't take long to come around, did it?
We got to the old bed and breakfast down on the seafront, very nice in Hastings.
Was it the Bella Vista? Was it?
No, it wasn't the Bella Vista, the Hastings House. Very nice.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, great team there, and he gave me a gift, didn't he, Chris?
Yeah. We walked in.
Gordon, which one's Gordon? Which one's Chris? So well, that'll be him. That's Chris.
So for the rest of the time we spent with him, obviously I was Chris. So welcome to your new team. I'm Chris, and this is Greg. And how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks, Chris.
Yeah, and, cheers, Greg. So
just so I can remember our little trip down there, I've renamed this pebble Chris. Yeah,
and this reminds me of you, old Stoneface. So I've got this one to remind you of you. Yeah. I notice mine's a lot bigger and heavier than this one.
That's a heavier stone, so there you go.
Thanks. Yeah, sizes. Yeah. Cheers, Greg. Okay. Right, so that's that over and done with. So we apologise. There are no new presenters, just new names. Okay, so we got Chris and obviously Greg over here. So that's really good. Well, we like to give stuff away, and we're going to do that. And this effectively, this eFIXX TV launches our live feed event. So that means starting tomorrow for 2 weeks, we're going to be doing some new products in the electrical industry, some exciting opportunities for electricians, including a bit of Gary's origami. We see in one of them, don't we?
We do, yeah.
I notice you've got the board out there. I'm expecting to be diving in a minute with a Stanley knife blade and a ruler to show you my masterful work. So that video is definitely worth checking out, and I'll pretty much crush that, didn't I?
So modest, aren't you there, Chris?
I pretty much crushed it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay, so what does that mean to you? Well, it means you're going to get some great videos coming up and hopefully some products you haven't seen before. And we've got a sneak peek of one of those this evening. But also it means we're going to be giving away stuff, doesn't it? Lots more stuff on top of this. Lots more stuff. So stay on till the end and we'll explain how you can win all these prizes that are going to be given away next time we go live, and how you can interact with us in order to give yourself a great chance to win some great stuff. And there is some great stuff to give away. But we're going to start off with giving you a chance to give some stuff away, because we're going to do this.
Oh, Gary's Swap Shop.
Gary's Swap Shop. Okay, if you haven't played along before, I'll explain what you have to do. To enter, there'll be a keyword or phrase. And when we give you that keyword or phrase, you put it into the comments. That doesn't mean you've won. It means you've got a chance of winning. And that chance is, at the end, we'll pull out 2 names. And you're still not won, because obviously you then have to send me something. And when I receive what you give me, I'll swap it back out for the thing that we're going to suggest is our prize. So hopefully, if you've been playing along for a few weeks now, you understand how Gary's Swap Shop works. Has anyone seen the key phrase in the description started using it?
There's a few people early on, a few people spotted it. Yeah.
So when we were down with Leon, he keep calling him Leo. Okay,
Leonard.
Okay. When we were down there, we asked him to give us our key phrase. So let's see that key phrase.
LED tape.
Okay, so did we get that?
We did.
Shall we do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again. Let's hear from Leonard.
LED tape.
Okay, so there's our key phrase for young one. So by all means, put it in the comments. But what you have to do also is like the video. So if you're going to enter, you have to hit the like button and you have to put the key phrase into the chat. And by the end, we will pull out. We're going for 2 again?
Yeah, 2 winners. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we need you to send me something in if you win. Okay. So you don't know what you're sending now. £14,000 in used notes. All of a sudden, all the people that are in there are thinking, "Well, I don't want to do that." Okay. So what you have to send it is either a soldered piece of an end of a bit of LED strip, something he likes to call
Lead tape.
Yeah. Okay. You're still on that one. Yeah, you did well there, didn't you? Yeah.
What did Leonard call it?
LED tape.
Yeah. So the tape, we've sort of the tape bit
Okay.
halfway there.
But it's not lead, is it? No? There's nothing heavy about it. I'm happy with an offcut. So if you cut me a very small piece of LED strip, something he likes to call
Lead tape.
if you cut me that off, then send me it in the post if you're a winner, and there's only going to be 2 winners, and then we'll pick them out at the end. If you send me that, I will send you
Eddy current bag.
Eddy current bag and
Bits in.
with bits in. We've got
It's a Sparky Luden.
well done, yeah,
Yeah.
nearly a bit of a delay there, buffering. Sparky Luden,
Yeah.
something that people are sought after, the old
Eddy
Eddy
current
current
hats.
hats. And if I delve in here, I think it won product of the year on some solder mate.
Oh yeah, solder.
So again, so you can master your soldering. However, got a video coming up when we were there. We think we found a better way of soldering, don't we? Even though solder mate's good, we think we found a better way of doing it. And you never know, I might chuck something else in there. Okay, so that's up for grabs.
That's good.
The hats are brilliant, aren't they? The hats are brilliant. We're
And
going to move.
the solder mate's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, is it though?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Have we moved on?
Okay, we're back on main cam. Just
Have
to
we
throw
moved
you-
on?
throw you
You
up
keep
there.
throwing me out.
Yeah, just going to keep you on your toes tonight. So in order to enter, you have to put the key phrase in. The key phrase is.
Lead tape.
You sure?
LED tape.
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, it's spelled completely different. Okay, so lead tape in there and you haven't won. At the end, we'll pick out 2 people and you still haven't won. You need to send me an offcut or a soldered end of LED strip, something you like to call.
Lead tape.
And if you do that, then the 2 people are in with a chance of being sent out. However, we've only got a 50% hit rate. So if you do win, only half of you are sending your stuff in, which means I'm keeping great stuff. Well, I'm worn out now. You better have looked at the list because I'm going to chill.
Well, with news and rumours normally. So
We'll
do that, but we thought
talk
we'd
to
just,
the camera. This is your
But the
section.
news, we finally managed to get released. Yeah, we don't spend our complete lives here. Well,
What we do, people
seems
think we
like-
do.
yeah,
It's like
for the last-
like school teachers, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you were small, you thought your teacher lived at school because when you got to school, they were at school.
Yeah.
And then obviously, when you
Yeah.
come home at night, you thought they lived there, and then you went back in the morning, they're still there, weren't they?
Yeah.
Sounds like us recently, though. That does.
Yeah. So we love a factory visit, and we managed to escape this week down to Hastings, which
Italy.
is it's almost as far as Italy, I think. By the time there, we haven't got to the.
When we own a battery car that doesn't make it, does it? Does it get all the way there?
Well, no, I don't think many do. 320 miles, but
Well, a diesel car does.
yeah, slowly though. Fumes everywhere.
So we got out.
We
so
got there. We got down to Hastings, and we had a look around a fantastic factory at Penelcom, and they make 19-inch rack cabinets, and they also are the project partner for Osram lead tapes.
LED strip for people who don't know what a lead tape is.
Yeah, and let's have just a sneak peek at some of the videos.
Well, we're going back to Hastings.
Let's go back to Hastings.
Let's go back to Hastings. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. But it seems you like to be on the amusements.
Oh, last time I was in Hastings, I was 4, Gary. So yeah, trip down memory lane.
About 63 years ago then.
Nope, stand the test. You said, I thought when you said the Queen Vic, I thought you meant the pub, not the statue.
Okay.
Yes, popped down to Hastings to see our friends at Penelcom, who manufacture 19-inch rack cabinets.
Yeah, look out for that video as we take the process all the way through. And it's quite popular now at these 19-inch racks because of the development, maybe domestically, of more internet connectivity, home networking systems, cinemas, etc.
Yeah, and we saw that whole process taking sheet metal through from its raw form bent, shaped into into some fantastic racks for so Gary, you said the AV market, but racks are used for all sorts of purposes, we found out.
Yeah, and these are the bigger ones we expect to see in, don't we, in things like server rooms and that, but it goes all the way down to small home ones as well, doesn't it?
So while we're there, we also wandered into the LED tape preparation that they do for Osram.
Yeah, so we saw some good things. Unfortunately, the automatic ferrule machine wasn't working.
Yeah, but this wire stripper was. That's probably the most expensive wire stripper we've ever seen.
And then it was time for me to step forward and do a bit of a masterclass when we were down there. So I moved people out the way, got my soldering iron out, and off I went.
I suspect that is not you on the end of that soldering iron.
I think you can tell that's me from the action there, pulling it fastly back.
Yeah, there's not enough shaking going on there.
Shaking Gary did that, did he?
But then we got distracted, didn't we?
Yeah, because we found out there was plenty of processes that we could get our logo put onto.
Yeah, and here we are marking up some heat shrink with gold.
Yeah, can't beat that, can you?
Gold.
Spandau Ballet, you're not. Okay, so yeah, and then we got another process.
Yeah, UV printer. We thought, well, let's get a blank panel for a rack printed up in eFIXX with a full colour. You can have a full colour print on that.
But it got better and better and better, didn't it?
And we found this laser engraving process as well for another custom patch panel.
Yeah, so we're taking obviously off the black outer and exposing the aluminium underneath, but it's the final part of this process where I think I nearly fell over with excitement when it got there.
I have to admit, this is great to see this bit. I didn't want to just put this in the machine to just give it that last bit of wow factor, but it's coming up, it's going to start speeding up.
And there's nothing like asking for 4 of these to be etched in, but we actually had 8, didn't we?
Yeah, we could have been in there all day.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh. Fantastic. Look at that. How to customise or pimp up your rack, I would suggest.
Yeah. So I found out how to cut extrusions, or lots of extrusions all at once with a special saw.
No over the knee with a hacksaw here.
No. And what a range as well of different profiles you can get there. They do a full custom build service for Osram or Osram customers. But watch for this, Gary. What is this?
It looks like a third hand, but you'll have to watch the video to see how the third hand can help. It's good, wasn't it?
It was, and that was a sneak peek at the end there, what we now call the third arm. And that was something that's been developed by Leonard. Leo, yeah. And and he also does do a cheap tool that he uses for everything. I think he only picks up the General 69.
Yeah, we got a set of them given to you, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, gave them to his old mate Greg, didn't he? Left Gaz out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But no, it was great, and there's plenty of content coming as we dive into the world of racks and pre-manufactured to your specification LED strip as well.
Yeah, there is, yeah. So it's great, and there's some people in the comments already who are customers of Penelcom and have been using them. So it's some great learnings. You always learn when you go out and have a look around somebody else's factory.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's made in Britain.
Yeah,
it's a British product exported all over the world. And yeah, in these difficult times, I think if we can use them, especially the LED projects as well, that's good. That's supporting your own economy. That's like a staycation, isn't it? But for work. Okay.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when we were driving back, because your car needed to fill up with electricity, I think twice on your journey back, is that true?
That was a long way. That was carrying you. Takes its toll.
I'll ask the question again and get an answer this time. So it needed topping up with electricity twice, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of time. So we pulled into our first service station. What sunny part of the world can we recommend?
South Mims, which is a kicking on South Mims on a Tuesday night. Can't knock it.
No, and I think we ate indoors, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
I think we broke a lot of rules there.
Yeah,
a lot of
people
people
were allowed to eat indoors.
Yeah. So that was a treat in itself. And we stopped there.
Yeah, but obviously when you eat indoors, sometimes they sort of made it feel like it was outdoors because they gave us a cold burger.
Yeah, very cold burger. Yeah, I can't recommend the burgers there. The cheese didn't even melt in mine. It was that cold.
Yeah.
But that's a different story because when we did sit down with our terrible meal, and terribly priced as well, we were given another little surprise, a little vignette almost.
Yes, it was.
Because Secret Millionaire, Craig Gifford, went live to Instagram. And he was mooching around his second home, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
And what's the word I always use when I describe him as an electrician? Masquerading, is it I use?
Secret millionaire masquerading as an electrician.
But that got us thinking, because he was putting a bit of garden lighting in his second home. So that got us thinking, how many other people on Instagram can we delve into to see if we can find some great garden lighting? So this week's social post dive, something you like to call...
I can't remember now. It's that long ago since you've SPD. Yeah, I thought I was trying to think what I'd wanted to call it before that, but that was something else.
Have some more beer, yeah, okay. I mean, barley-based beverage, okay. So yeah, so we went into Instagram and we went diving in there, and if you've been tagged in on Instagram, you'll know your pictures are coming up. So we had a little look at some other people's garden lighting after, first of all, we looked at what the secret millionaire's garden looked like. So Secret Millionaire has inspired the theme of this week's Social Post Dive.
Oh, what's he been up to, Craig Gifford?
Well, this is his second house, the one he occasionally visits, and he's been masquerading as always as an electrician doing garden lighting.
Yeah, well, I think he's been checking up on his team really to see what they've been doing.
Yeah, so this is what he's been allegedly up to as a masquerading electrician.
Yeah, I think he needs to trim that bush almost as much as his own hair.
It has gone a little wild, and there's no lockdown, is there, now, to be suggesting he shouldn't get it cut?
Yeah, well, perhaps we need to have a look at the work of electricians who've done some real work this week.
Yeah, so moving on from masquerading electricians to real ones.
Yeah, well, let's head off to Burton-on-Trent, where SJD Electrical Contractors have done this fantastic job here, Gary. I love a raised bed and I love a sleeper.
Yeah, and we've got both in this one. And it's that warmer light as well in it outside, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, I don't want to see alien autopsy white outside. That's a great job. Next up, we've got a female Sparky in there. So yeah, a lot of people having garden offices put in these days, or bars, could we call them?
Well, a bit of both, I would suggest. What was nice, this was taken from a video clip as they panned round the garden from the actual customer itself. So they were very proud of the job that was done.
Yeah, well-lit trees as well. That's what I like to see. Oh, we're going local here, Gary, are we?
Well, I think this one's from Skipton, yeah, and I absolutely love the LEDs that we put in there as effectively strips going around the decking area.
Yeah, I think we might need to go by and check that out ourselves with a beer in that garden. So yeah, that's Electrical Engineering Services.
And I don't think the photo does it justice, it's brilliant.
Oh, where are we off to here? Pease Pottage, LS Smith Electrical.
Yeah, and that was just the right light for the right area for me. A little bit whiter than we've seen for some of those lights, but that was just perfect.
Task lighting on the barbecue as well, Gary. Essential.
The barbecue area, the domain possibly of the male in the house, but I think it's a shared area.
Oh.
Now, that's some wonderfully lit staircase, I would suggest.
Yeah, Electrotech Solutions. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of their work on Instagram, but yeah, I like the way that LED strip's been put under the stairs. Nice, I like that. And 2-core electrics. What have we got here?
So again, we've got those lovely lights inserted into the stepping area, but the whole feel of that, as you pan across the garden, has a nice feel to it.
Yeah, sleepers again. Love a raised bed, love a sleeper, and then we've got a raised area behind a raised bed.
The lights actually positioned on the fence, actually pointing down rather than up.
eVolts Electrical Limited. Now, here's a top tip. When you're going to do lighting to another level, it's good to see the effect, but not the light source. And I can't really see where those plants are being lit from, Gary.
Sounds like a Ray Maloney quote, that does.
Yeah, he'd love that project. And now we're barely Electrical Limited. Gary, what struck you here?
Well, we're lighting just little features within the garden. We're not trying to make the whole thing look like a football pitch, so we're just lighting subtle little areas within the garden.
Yeah, it's a great job lighting that tree. Yeah, and just that little pagoda in the back there, yeah, it just catches the eye. That's a nice job. So finally we're off to see Harpenden Electrical. Oh, again, another tree-themed garden here. So again, following that tip, you can't see the actual lights themselves, just the effect.
Well, if you didn't catch that, I think Eddie's watching on the big screen. Oh, sent a photo, has he? Okay, we turned the mics back on. I told Gordon we turned the mics back on. He decided at that point to start talking. Okay, that's good then. I like a big screen. Again, yeah, something about that. And when people put you on the big screen, I can't believe I'm on anyone's big screen. Brilliant. Thank you. If you were in there, great project. Tag us in whatever you're doing if you're dead proud of your work, and maybe it will drive the theme of the next time we go into a social post dive. Something he likes to call
SPD.
Well done, you got that one. Okay. Now we've got Challenge Wall coming up, and we've got News at Penn coming up, and obviously how you can win these great prizes as well that are going to be happening over the next 2 weeks. We're obviously going to give another prize away in a minute because you're going to set a time in the GT, aren't you?
Yep, the GT.
But just be careful in the comments at the minute. We haven't got Joe in there, so if you're trying to banter along with Joe, it isn't Joe. We've got possibly, I think Steve's in there. He works with us as well. Steve's possibly the oldest electrician I know. He's a lot older than you,
15th edition.
15th edition. So he's got what we call a wealth of knowledge, okay? And make sure you actually suck out all of that knowledge out of Steve this evening. So Steve's in the comments. So technical questions and stuff like that. Can we tell him now or not? Can we tell him?
What's that?
I'm going to tell him.
You can tell him?
Yeah. Steve writes Joe's scripts. So we love the way Joe presents his stuff, but he's actually reading the scripts that Steve's wrote for him. So Steve, ghostwriter Steve, I'm sorry, mate, I've let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
So again, make sure technical questions go to Steve, who's in the comments this evening, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And Leon's just joined actually as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we loved Leon.
Yeah, so Greg's here with me.
You're
So we're having a great
smiling
time.
away at home there, Leon.
Well, with that in mind, hang on a minute. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Don't forget, if you want to join in for Gary's swap shop, you must like the video and add this into the comments.
LED tape.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
So there's Leon, yeah, and he's in the chat now as well. So
Brilliant.
And he's already offered to send somebody a pair of General 69.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps Chris can have a set.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've already said. What are you laughing at? Have you got a little comment for us? Got a little vignette in there?
It's all right.
No, is Steve in there? Is he wealth of knowledge?
He is.
Script writer?
Script writer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
15th edition.
15th edition.
E-Mads.
Wealth of knowledge. There's no metal window frame in the Midlands area that he hasn't attempted to bond. So we're going into live feed week starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And we're starting off with a tool review, I think we said, didn't
We are. We've got a tool review.
Yep, so...
And it's a tool you can win.
At the end. Okay, so we're doing tool review tomorrow, which is coming out, and obviously that starts it. So, but we're going to do a little sneak peek now. I can't believe we're sneak peeking this one out, because this one's really good, isn't it?
And you wouldn't think it is at first, would you?
No, I didn't. No. Not when you got it out of the bag. It's this, Gaz.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Let's have a look what it is then. So I'll bring in this camera here. We're really trying it hard tonight. We've got 3 cameras on the go. We've got the, oh dear, that's the one you don't want to do if you've done a crime, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the, so we're looking at the grid switch, but this is a special grid switch. But yeah, we'll get over the polished chrome. Yeah. They never have polished chrome in line of duty.
They don't.
That?
No.
It'd be over. You'd know who C was straight away.
Yeah. Whatever happened to H, eh, Greg?
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. But, yeah, because as soon as you touch a polished chrome, yeah, you get your fingerprint on there. That's it. Series is over.
There it is. We found out who Greg is.
Yeah, never mind you can't spell. There's fingerprints all over the chrome accessories. Right, we've got a grid switch here. It looks like a normal grid switch.
And it is a normal grid switch because it's the size of a grid switch. It's just a grid switch.
Yeah, it fits in a normal grid switch plate.
Yep, I can see that. It's just a grid switch, Gordon.
Just a grid switch until, I'm just going to click it in there.
Click it in there, mate.
Yeah, until you turn it over. Marked on the front, fan isolator.
Yep.
Do you want the black one?
Yeah,
if you don't
please.
like that, you can have the black one.
Oh, stealth. Yeah, that looks like the blackbird from America.
Yeah. So, what have we been waiting for? Turn it over. Triple pole.
Shut the front door. Hey, all 3. So we've got a triple pole fan isolator on a single module grid switch.
Yeah.
Epic.
And that means you can combine it with other things in a grid switch.
Yeah.
And put your fuse in there.
Yeah.
Have a functional light switch.
Yes.
Have a fan isolator.
What would you want to fuse in there, though?
Well, some manufacturers say have to fuse it down.
They do, so you can't just necessarily put them on the 5 or 6 amp lighting circuit. Some say, fuse at 3 amps.
Yeah.
Do they do a key switch variant?
Yeah, they do as well, yeah. Because you're thinking if you've put this by the door, you don't want to be accidentally switching the fan off when, you're used to reaching above the hotel door.
Yes, we'll
get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a key switch version as well. Secret key switch.
So turn it over, just prove it's fan isolator, not a key switch.
Yeah, so you'd normally see these single or double pole for emergency lighting, but yeah, this is a variant for fan isolator. Now I think that simple innovation, you think, why didn't anyone do that before?
Yeah.
Well, they have now, and that's so we've got a video coming up looking at in closer detail. Yeah, and because always the problem, key switch. Why would you want the key switch one? What was the when you checked into your room at the hotel there, Chris?
The Bella Vista, Greg. Yeah, the Bella Vista. Now, so that's the one. So have I got Bella Vista right? Because I'm not good with names.
Hastings House.
In the description below. Yeah. Who stayed at the Bella Vista?
Yeah.
And what was the disease? Okay, so there's a couple for you. Can't suggest we're going to give a spot prize, but you'll impress me. Same as the person who got the new Yankee workshop with Norm Abraham.
Yeah.
Oh, from nowhere when I was trying to come up with that one time. So the Bella Vista, I think it had, am I right in thinking 3 guests in it? And one of them had a disease. Okay, so what was that disease? Because that was what you got thrown at as well.
Yeah.
So I've lost my thread a little bit there.
Fan isolator.
Fan isolator. So what I got into my room,
yeah.
I mean, my place, the Bella Vista that I had, there was a lot of properties down there I would suggest that maybe needed...
Tired, I think we'd call it. Yeah.
modernisation and renovation would be a better word. Tired sounds really tired, but ours weren't. Ours stood out in the middle of it, didn't it? It was beautiful. Yeah. One of us had a sea view. One of us had a large, spacious room. One of us had a concrete wall and a skip. That was my room. That was my two views: concrete wall and a skip. Yeah.
You said you wanted to look at air conditioning units. So.
Yeah. Okay. But I went in there, getting showered up. No fan. Was yours working?
No.
No, that fan isolator turned
Switch
off.
it off.
Yeah, okay. No problem now, is it? Put a key switch variant in.
Yeah.
Rented property, yeah, or a hotel. Yeah. Guests are no longer turning them off.
People have got it already, Gary.
Have they already? Yeah. What was the disease?
It was an ear infection.
Yeah. And Denzel had an ear infection, didn't he? Yeah. So he was in there with Mickey Pearce. Yeah. He was in with Denzel. I can see the other lad, thin lad. Tall, thin lad.
I thought that was Mickey Pearce.
No, the other one. I don't want. You know what the word I can't say. You know the word I can't say to describe him.
There's lots of words you can't say.
You know the one. I can't say it, so I can't remember his name. It's Mickey Pearce's mate. So it's Mickey Pearce's mate, Denzel, and one other guy. Thin lad. Always wore a white shirt. Little Jack the Lad. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Someone will get in the comments. Although they weren't there. Okay, so drifting off. So where are we up to now?
That was fan isolate. So that yes. So the key one solves that
problem, does it? You go into the hotel, you can't. Someone's going to say, "Well, I'll have one of them keys." Well, you're the exception, not the rule. So
yeah.
But full review on that coming up. Really good. So there's some other good stuff. You've seen Gary's origami table.
Well, that gets Gary. Yeah.
Gets that visually. That's a really good video, isn't it?
We've had a scalpel out.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the back of your hand, Gary. Let's just bring in the sort of scalpel.
It wasn't nothing to do with that. It was just
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No.
It wasn't.
You did really well on what we've used the scalpel for on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Brilliant. Masterclass that one is.
And then something you've been training to for years.
Making off a cable.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. So soft hands nowadays. Soft hands.
What a mess all over the garden. Oh.
Running down.
Dog was happy. Dog thought it was rare steak around.
We're digressing. Right, well, this is where you've got your segment now, isn't it? That boring segment no one's interested in. Shall we just do one more of these? Shall we do another go?
Yeah, let's just check.
LED tape.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for my one. Well, we've got this other thing. We had to come. He got moaning, didn't he, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. So we've got this boring segment now coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on then, on you go.
Okay, so coming up tonight is a very special Electricians Challenge, because it's a duel. In the terms of duel, two people who work together, but also, going head to head on the Electricians Challenge. It is, of course, Eddie Clemens and his friend Steve, who does all the work.
Oh yeah, and so they're going head to head, but we're only going to see one at a time tonight. So well,
we'll see. But yeah, we only want to know what time did Steve do it in first.
Okay, yeah.
So what time, in minutes and seconds, not weeks and months, what time did Steve do it in? Take your best guess at that, and whoever gets closest will win a prize.
Okay. What's the prize you're going to win?
We haven't decided yet.
No, you didn't, because you didn't do it earlier on. That's why I asked you. Yeah, you wouldn't decide, would you?
I'll give something from Gary's toolbox away.
My eFIXX toolbox. Yeah, thank you very much. So there is a prize.
Knife covered in blood.
Yeah. Okay, so there will be a prize. Gordon will sort you something out of that. But again, to enter that one, you must like the video and you must enter your time as well. And the closest time that we can find as we scroll through, if we make an error, just hold yourself together. It's only a bit of fun. Yeah. So that's 2 chances already to win. Stay on to the very end to work out you can win some of the big prizes that are coming up in the live feed week. Effectively 2, because it'll be between 2 live streams. So yeah, 2 weeks of live feed stuff coming up as well. But that's not where we're going next. So it gives you a chance to put your times in, because we're not going straight into the Electricians Challenge with the Luden Palazzoli, because we've just had the GT, the Gordon Routledge time, sorry, the Gordon time, let's get it right, the Gordon time. Yep. We've just had that, so that means it's time for, nobody's interested in this segment normally though, are they? What have we got next?
It's time for news up.
No, the news up, no, shall we just skip it this time? No one's really bothered.
No, it's good.
As always, it's good. Let's go and join Joe Robinson, who's currently on his holidays, and that's why he's not in the comments, and did this before he left.
Electricians among the top 10 most in-demand jobs of 2021. further protests over Hinkley Point alleged de-skilling of electrical roles, and in Cambridgeshire, firefighters tackle a blaze on an electrical pole. This is the eFIXX News at Penn, brought to you by Hamilton Lightstep. Good evening. Card payment processors Payment Sense have carried out a study to see which job roles in the UK have had the biggest growth in 2020 to 2021, and the role of electrician came in as the 9th most in-demand position for job vacancies. That put them ahead of plumbers, carpenters, bricklayers, plasterers. Gregory, name a trade. Joiners? Nope, we're ahead of them. Go on, do another one. Gas engineers? Plumbers? No, we're ahead of them as well. Window fitters? The trade, I suppose. Yeah, no, we're ahead of them. Basically, just name a trade. Is it a trade? Then we're ahead of them. Yeah. Other areas that came in high on the list includes teachers, sales roles, and perhaps unsurprisingly at the top of the list, couriers. This last no doubt being due to the combination of online orders and extreme boredom over the last few months. We've ordered so much stuff from Amazon over the past year that one day when we didn't get a delivery, the courier knocked the door to make sure that we were okay. Our second story tonight relates to one previously covered on the news at Penn relating to new training standards developed for the Hinkley Point C nuclear power station development. Protests were held at the offices of one of the firms involved in the project amid concerns that the new training standards would both devalue and undermine the role of the electrician in the industry, as unskilled electricians trained under the new standards would carry out work such as containment installation. One qualified electrician stated, "As an electrician, I'm outraged." Another pointed out the devaluing effect of the new standards, saying, "I spent 7 long days of my life retraining as an electrician, and to see this type of thing going on suggests my qualification is worthless." Satire! And in our final story, the Cambridgeshire Fire and Rescue Service reported a fire at the top of an electrical pole on their Twitter account. It's unknown how the fire started, as the electrician working at the associated property said he'd definitely done all the proper calculations, and he was confident that the 1.5mm cable he'd installed for the shower was not the source of the problem, and that the circuit had an RCD and everything. The fire was promptly tackled by the Cambridge Fire and Rescue Service once the apprentice firefighter Jack attempted to douse the fire while the supply was live. This picture was taken just after Jack said, "Hold my beer, bro," and shortly before Jack was hospitalised. This is a joke. The Cambridgeshire Fire and Rescue Service handled the situation incredibly professionally. The supply was isolated and nobody was harmed. Please don't sue us. I've been Joe Robinson, and this has been the News at Penn in association with Hamilton Lightstep. Good night.
Right. We thought Del Boy was at the Bella Vista, and come on, tell us what's going on.
There's all sorts.
Oh,
Here
we
have a
like it,
Sunny
we like
Sea
it.
Guest house. We've got a Sussex something or other I've seen flying by. So yeah, we'll have to check that one.
And we also got Denzel, and we got Mickey Pearce and Jevon. Okay, yeah. Tall, thin lad, wasn't he? Yeah, good-looking lad. Yeah, wore the little hat along with obviously Mickey Pearce. Yeah. Yep, ear infection and disease. I think they were on a roast dinner as well, weren't they? When didn't he take one of his roast potatoes before he left, didn't he, Del Boy? And where he goes, was that Jolly Boy's outing, wasn't it?
Jolly Boy's outing.
Yeah. Okay, that and Hull and back were, yeah, brilliant. Okay, so we digress again. Okay. Brilliant. News at Penn. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Some great, again, one-liners there. You know, the 7 days to become, it's the 7 days I had to work hard to get my course in. Obviously, it's all a bit of fun. And we thank again, Joe, for putting all that effort in. I think that means probably next time out, we're into Regulation Corner, aren't we? Yeah. And the last Regulation Corner with that gem, wasn't it? When he talked about the regulation to do with metal consuming is an instant classic. Yeah, okay. So we'll be back in Regulation Corner in 2 weeks' time. Which is really good. So you know where we're going next, don't you?
Yeah, well, times are rolling in for this next slot. Yeah, they're rolling in.
So if we're talking about times, that must be we're looking at the Electricians Challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're picking 2 people. Well, would you class them as friends?
Colleagues,
yeah. We got asked that question, didn't we, when we had to do that survey? Who were you eating your meal with? And I wouldn't tick friend, I put colleague.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at the Electricians Challenge. Is it Stevie? Stevie's going first, isn't he?
Well, let's find out.
Stevie's going first. So we cut over to the Electrician Challenge. We're always looking for new people to attempt the Electricians Wall, Challenge Wall. If you're up in the area and you let us know in plenty of time, or you want to pop by and see us, again, if you book a slot, we can always do the Electricians Challenge with you in association with Luden. Yeah. However, what we will say, we try and do it every other Wednesday, don't we? So Wednesday's our best day when we're not live stream. If we're not live, then that's the best time to do it.
Yeah, depends on, if we've got someone special in the area, and so we're going to watch this. It's going to take some time, and you've still got time to get your time in to win a mystery prize, because we haven't decided what it is yet. It won't be Gary's blood-stained knife. It will be something good, but get your time in while this is playing. And how did Steve Parsons get on?
You got about 60 seconds to do that.
It's time for another Electricians Challenge, and this week we've got an absolute treat because it's a double Electricians Challenge, and it's even better when those two people work with each other. So it's my pleasure to introduce Eddie Clemens and Steve Parsons. Eddie, Steve.
Hello, Gordon.
Very good. So we lured you up here, under the false pretenses of some paid work.
Yes, you did.
And you've managed to avoid this for the first, how many times have you been here now? This must be your third
or fourth time.
Yeah, and you've managed to avoid it, but we managed to, obviously we're now paying you, so you had to do it. So that's a treat. So how long have you two been working with each other?
About 6, 7 years.
6, 7 years? Yeah. And you'll still continue after this duel?
We'll see.
Yeah? We'll see. So, Steve went first. Let's have a look at how Steve got on.
Well, let's hope Russ Abbott has joined us today, because after Lee Brody's effort in the library last time out, we could do with a little bit of atmosphere, I would imagine.
Oh, well, so Steve's been hanging around all week. He saw young Ross come in and has picked up a few his ways. So the first edition has the tape. Oh, and he's starting at the top of the board.
I'm not suggesting controversial Ross would be somebody to pick tips up from, but Steve's gone for it anyhow.
Yeah, he's in there.
So he's left the top then, so he's come down to the bottom now. That's a bit of a different trick, isn't it?
He's got to keep moving. He complained a bit of arthritis early in the week, Gary, so I think he likes to keep moving those joints.
Yeah, a bit of a back issue and an elbow issue. So we're pleased that he decided to take on the challenge. A lot of bravado, wasn't there, a week about this? Eddie did the usual one, didn't he? You're quicker than me, Steve, but you can go first.
Yeah, just walked into that one, Steve. He certainly did.
And he spent a lot of his time this week actually working, Steve, didn't he?
Oh, yes, now he has confidence. He's put the cables down.
And what's that in his hand?
Oh, he's using it's not impact, that's just a conventional drill.
Yeah.
Controversial on the channel, that one.
Power tools are controversial, something we'll be addressing in the coming weeks. Has he got it, though? Is it there?
Is it there?
Come on, yes.
Oh,
that's the result.
That's a good result. No, he's got the glasses on the head. Is that going to get for the close-in detail work that's coming up?
Well, he's got to be there for some reason. I'm sure they're not there to keep the sight of his hat in good.
No, he is something we haven't seen before. Look what he's doing there.
Yeah, I like that. He pulled the CPC out of PVC down a little bit, so in order that he could get it in a one-er, which we like.
You need a bit of strength in your arms to do that.
And glasses will come into play now.
Yeah, they don't seem to be. They seem to be staying on the head. So. Perhaps just the look technical, Gary, but when you slip the glasses on.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I like already, Steve, I agree with you there. Yeah, have glasses there for the technical stuff.
Yeah. If you're talking price, put the glasses on.
Using the old house tool. Got a combination bit of everything going on here. We've got house tools, we've got home tools, we've got battery tools. What else can he surprise us with? So, I want to make these connections. I'd say the glasses would be perfect now. Yeah. No need to use them, though. There we go. Concentrations, there's a lot of rivalry on the go here.
Yeah, pressure. We sent Eddie out the building while this was going on, just keep it calm.
Yeah, here we go. So socket outlet being connected, but got to remember, he's still got to do the DB, hasn't he? He put the cables in. Yeah, put the cables in and left them. So
but he's prepared that fly lead to the back. That's already there, sitting waiting for him.
Yeah, I think that's one of the top tips other people should take from this run, definitely. Making those connections, and then we'll be moving up. What do you think? We'll see the drill again? Oh. Wow. No need to use the handle on the screwdriver, just use halfway down the shaft. Again, fine eye detail, no glasses required. Yeah, here we go. Can you see it?
Well, he probably could have done with the glasses at this stage, yeah.
It's going the wrong way, isn't
he? Yeah. Just because you've seen somebody else with a tip doesn't mean you should necessarily copy it. And if you're not used to using your tool in this way, perhaps don't.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that was quicker.
No.
Okay, back up to the top. Oof, them knees. Yeah, he's up.
Concentration there.
Yeah, we're going to break out into laughter any minute.
Yeah, we probably need to clean those glasses actually after this.
Well, he never wears them, so why clean them? So 3 connections away from completion. He does use those 5 in... Whoa. Oh, there's going to be a war. It'll be interesting to see how you use it. Normally everyone just pulls the trigger as hard as they can. Not too bad. So he's 2 connections away from completion. And he goes. Oh, that's a little bit more subtle, wasn't it? Yeah. And the final one here, again, getting all over his face, the excitement.
For Steve, that looked like a lot of fun.
It was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy with the performance though, but
Right. I suspect you must have been watching how some other people have done it, because you brought the impact driver in.
only because I see matey last the beginning of the week with an impact driver.
Yeah.
But I'd probably change and wouldn't use it on another go now.
Yeah, again, we don't recommend impact drivers for electrical installation, but it can shave a little bit of time off. So, well, Steve, how do you think you got on?
I reckon 5th.
5th? Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so.
You think you're safe? Above the, you're not going to hold up?
Above Aaron, yeah, definitely above Aaron.
Yeah, well, let's have a look. So, Steve Parsons, you did this in. We'll have to have a little reshuffle around here. So we'll move Aaron down, that's a given. David Barnes from NIPEX drops down. Richard God, EV Nick, Stephen Smith. Oh, recent entry. Lee Brody.
There you go.
Steve Parsons, you did this in 4 minutes 36.
Yeah.
Find out how Eddie did. You'll have to tune in 2 weeks' time.
Okay. Before we go completely berserk in the comments, I think that proved something else, didn't it? I think Steve had obviously got a bit of a sniff of our good friend Ross's time. Okay, Greg. Yeah. And he went in with a tool he wasn't familiar with in that location, was it? It didn't help him, it hindered him.
Yeah.
We will get ahead of Impact Gate once we've seen Eddie's time in 2 weeks' time, and we'll decide what's happening with the Ross event. Okay.
With the Impact,
yeah,
Ross,
absolutely.
who's currently the fastest electrician in Britain.
Yeah, and he's one of the nicest guys I've met for a long time as well. So thanks, Ross. So, yeah, but we will get in front of that. So the saga has not finished, and Eddie Clements is up next. Okay, so in 2 weeks' time, we'll see how Eddie got on and whether they're still friends.
Yeah,
okay.
And Ross did try to get it. He was close, Ross, on the time, because he said it would be 4 minutes 32 and 6 cans.
And 6 cans? 6 cans? Anyone who watched, was it 2 weeks ago when we had Cam on?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We had, obviously, Eddie and Steve down with us. And if you haven't checked out Eddie's masterclass on the Legrand Salamander trunking, it's definitely worth a watch, isn't it?
It is some great top tips in there.
Absolutely, great top tips. And Steve's done a little video as well, hasn't he? Steve's got a little one on threading. Is it EMT?
No, it's not EMT, Gary. If it wasn't EMT, it'd be IMT.
IMT?
Yeah, intermediate metal tube, as the
so
Americans
it's
have
not
corrected
RMT
you on that.
then?
That's rigid metal tube.
So which one's that then?
IMT is halfway between EMT and RMT.
Okay.
If there's any American viewers out there,
yeah, please.
You'll know what we're on about. But
okay.
Yeah.
So we must have a time. Somebody must have won this prize. Now, we need you to reach back out to us. Because of the live chat disappears, when we've told you you've won, we need you to reach out to us. So they're going to need to go into the link in the description and just send us an email. Is that what you want them to do? Yeah,
or just drop a comment in below in the video when it's on catch up or something like that.
Great. So one or two ways: either find our admin email address and email us, or come into the comments when the video goes live for everyone to watch, as in not live, but as in it's dropped out of being live, just to remind us that you're one of them and we can return the favour. So with that in mind, we need you to reach out to us. On Instagram's another good way. So go on then, who's won?
Who's won? So, it was close actually.
Hang on.
Yeah?
It wasn't close. There was
okay,
one person's been disqualified because they're a serial winner.
Yeah, it was Billy Torrey was close. Yeah, he was in there with 4 minutes 35, but he won last time. I think he's got a secret camera in here or something like that. But then, spoiled it, he went back in with a new time. So I'm taking the later time. So,
Billy.
So the winner, got it in.
Would have been you, Billy.
Closest by 1 second is Damien Evans.
Damien Evans.
4 minutes 35.
You've won nothing at the minute until we know where to send the prize, and that's You could contact us through the admin email address. You could find us on Sticker Swap for our address. You could drop us a line. You could do PO Box eFIXX. You've got to reach out to us in something. You can send a smoke signal. We need to know where you are to send a prize. So probably best to do it once the video's been live on YouTube in the next couple of hours or so, is just drop a little message back to us with your time and just say, do you remember me, or something like, give us a little nudge, and we'll come back to you, yeah?
And Billy, just drop us this week's lottery numbers, will you? If you're that good a guess, and drop.
Old serial winner.
Yeah, Billy did send us a great picture of him wearing his eddy current hat.
He did, and them eddy current hats are going down rather well, I think.
They are.
Okay, we're trying to get, so Steve's in the comments, so if you want a better beanie hat than I got sent as a demo one, okay, so if you want beanie hats to be prizes, Steve's in the comments, start pushing Steve. Darker colour, Steve. We want eddy current beanie hats next.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so is that it for prizes, or we got any more prizes to give away?
We've got Swap Shop.
We have got Swap Shop.
Gary's Swap Shop.
Let's just put it back up. Just waiting for you to say it.
Gary's Swap Shop.
Gary's Swap Shop.
Yeah. So, 2 winners here. So, there we go. So
2 winners.
People, so what have they got to do?
Hang on, they've won nothing yet.
No, they've got nothing yet. They said the right word.
They've said the right word?
Yeah. Let's just go back to Leonard.
LED tape.
Smiling away there, wasn't he? Yeah. Love that bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He thought you were coming in again, Greg. Yeah, okay.
Cheers, Chris. Yeah, so 2 winners on that who got in
you
with
won
the
nothing
letter.
yet. Just
Potential winners.
Potential winners. Yeah.
If you send us a bit of lead tape.
Yeah. If you sold it, great. Otherwise, not forget to do.
Yeah.
We've got to have a skip. Doesn't matter how big it is. Don't send me a reel.
Yeah. Yeah, good. All right, he's good. He sent us a email there. Brilliant. So we've got Damien's details. So the winners of Swap Shop tonight, potential winners. One is Rob Turner, who was in early.
Okay, Rob Turner. Okay, brilliant. And
and a name, we're suggesting this is not your birth name, Orzo.
well, it might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could be Chris.
Neville.
Yeah.
That was Gary Neville's dad. Neville.
Okay.
Yeah, so... Yeah, the old Gary Neville level. Yeah, I've got that one. Hey, Pegasus, thank you very much. Threw that one at me twice. I got it a second time. So you haven't won anything yet. So you need to send it off to 2B Lineside Studios.
Link in the description below.
Link in the description below. You send us your bit of lead strip, something he likes to call
lead strip, is it? Yeah.
LED tape. Lead strip. Yeah. You send us an off cut of your. Was that you?
What?
Did you trump?
No, it was the card. Jeez.
You send us a little bit of an off-cut of LED strip, but we need in there your address to send back the prize. You're going to win your eddy current bag, hat, solder mate, and a Sparky Luden. And knowing Gordon, he'll put something else in it as well. So there you go, and your solder mate. That's what will be coming to you. But we've only got a 50% hit rate, so I've made it really small. You've only got to send me a little bit of LED strip.
Yeah, and you get the solder mate in there, lead tape.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right, okay, and then we're off and running. So you've won the chance. If you send them in, we'll send you a few bits. And thank you for participating, and if you like the video and all the rest of it. Now we're going to talk live feed.
Live feed, yes. We've got a load of new videos coming up. So we've been
Have we made them all yet?
No, we haven't made them all, but we have been a bit quiet on the content recently because we've been out travelling, we've been doing things. And yes, we've got some great new products to have a look at. And there's some, we always get stretched. Origami Gary's been in with his scalpel. So we have to see why we needed a scalpel for some of these products. Great product, loved it.
Loved it.
We've already given you a sneak peek of that. We've got some other fantastic products in there.
We have.
Yeah, so they're coming out as ever. The videos we're about to release drive our questions. So if you want to give Joe and his scriptwriter Steve something to do, dive in the comments.
I'm going to get told off for that. And Steve didn't want to be, ghostwriter.
Yeah.
So to win stuff, now we're going to tell you what you can win in a minute. So win stuff, interact. We think that worked brilliantly last time. We did it in season 1, we're in season 2 now. Leave great comments. Leave comments on all of our videos that we drop between, hopefully you're doing it anyhow. We start Thursday with our eFIXX tool review, okay, and we go all the way through to the following 2 weeks live stream where we'll obviously announce our prize winners. It might be that 1 or 2 of those videos may come out, across the weekend, and then in the week you'll notice them because we're reviewing products. Leave great comments, ask great questions, share it on social media. If you like it, tag in the brand that you're looking at. Perhaps we're looking at something from eFIXX, you tag in eFIXX, and you suggest you've got one, you want one, you love it, etc. All those type of things. Leave great technical questions. Complete the CPDs in that window as well. We can find those at the know-how tab at efixx.co.uk.
Yep.
Go on there and complete them. We're likely to jump in and pull somebody out who's recently completed 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 of those CPDs in that window as well. Shall we let them know what they're going to win?
Yeah, but well, we've got a bit of a mixture, haven't we? Yeah, let's have a. Where do you want to start?
I'll bring. We'll bring that one in first. Hang on, I'll cheat.
Where are you off to?
We'll cheat.
That's that time already.
Yeah.
Potty time.
I'm going to cheat. So I'm going to bring the hand cams there. I'm just going to bring. Which one's this? Is this Steve or Joe? It's a little one. It's Joe, isn't it? So bring Joe in. So, go on. Let's have a look at the eFIXX goodies then.
Yes, we've got eFIXX. One of our favourites is a eFIXX twister.
Yep. So twister. That's a ferrule crimping tool, but a twister.
Ferrule crimping tool, but yeah, you swivel ahead.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, keep it still.
So if you're
Okay, like that.
it's ricochet. So there's 0.14 16mm cables.
Ooh.
Square crimp. Good that. We've got our favourite, the the core bolt cutters.
What does it cut? Anything in particular?
Piano wire.
It does.
Gary.
Well, then you remember that one.
Yeah, got the piano wire. We've got an interesting crimper there for
RJ45s, is it? Yeah,
cables.
networking. Yeah, brilliant.
In the box.
What's
So
in the
this-
box?
Well, this is the review that's going out tomorrow.
What's in the box?
It's always,
When it comes in a presentation box, you know you're on it.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're in there. Did you check this before I take this cover out?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
The cable looks a little bit shorter than it should be.
Yeah, well, that's just the one we've used in the review. It hasn't got any Gary's blood on it.
As seen on eFIXX TV then.
Yeah, so these are the eFIXX step cuts.
Okay, be interesting to see if they cut meter towers on. Hold on to the video to find out if they do, and we hand them over to our tame electrician.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say interesting to see if they cut meat there. Yeah.
No, they're for cables. I knew that bit. Okay.
Yeah, so they're great for the kit. We've got usual Wago 221 L box.
Okay, I'm
I
going
know
to keep.
you like an L box.
I'm going
Gary.
to keep hold of my camera. Now we've got 10 of these, up to 10 of these to give away, and we love these, don't we?
Yeah.
The old Lasico head torches.
Oh yeah.
Everybody who's had them thinks they're brilliant, and
Yeah.
they are brilliant. So we've got 10 of those to give away. So get commenting, get us on social media, start tagging us in on Instagram, etc. So 10 of those to give away. We've got 3 of these Wago L boxes, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yep. So those are
Packed
good
and stacked and all that with your favourite 221s.
Yep.
And let's just reveal what's under here. That looks like is that a 5th generation Bluetooth speaker from Lloyd Audio?
Yeah, it is, and so
And?
it's not just the bass. You get the extension speaker as well, so you can put a stereo in a room.
Okay, so you've got the Bluetooth speaker, and obviously is it called a passive speaker? Is it?
Yeah, passive. So one's powered, and then you get the satellite speaker, or whatever you want to call it, beyond that. So
All that takes is a mains cable, and obviously I've got one at home. Thanks to Amit at Lloyd Audio for helping me out when my daughter wasn't very well. I bought one of those for my daughter to have in our bathroom because they're IP rated as well, so them in bathrooms as well. And mine's fantastic. I love mine. So it's So you can win that as well.
yeah, so all that's going on over the next 2 weeks.
And how do you win it?
Well, you just got to join in,
Join
comment,
in.
share.
So
Technical questions. We'll love a technical.
Billy will
question.
win all of them, won't he?
Yeah, we've already had a couple of crackers in, not from these videos, from previous ones, but some really Joe likes to have to think about a question.
Well, he has to read the script, and Steve
Yeah,
writes it.
Steve will do it. Yeah, so anything on earth.
Cheers, Steve. Yeah, earthing, eBads, anything like that. Easy man. Yeah.
So do that, join it. We've got the CPDs. We'll be picking out some people who've done the CPDs and got top marks. Obviously, don't get them for just banging your name in there and answering a few questions and guessing the answers. We do that.
I don't want to say those CPDs are hidden gems, but they're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah. The ventilation ones cause me no end of trouble. I mean, never mind a fan, that's just the start of my woes. You watch that and think, yeah, I've done that wrong, and that. No one teaches. Did you ever teach ventilation at college?
If you put a brand new fan in a bathroom, even though it's outside of zone 0, 1, 2, and you said 3 last week, didn't you? Yeah, last time we did this. Is it a notifiable job?
That's a good question.
I wonder if the CPD will tell you.
Yeah.
So interact with us, join in, win some great prizes. We gave all of them away last time, didn't we? All the prizes went last time.
Yeah.
People were picked out for just joining in. It can't get any easier than that, can it?
Yeah, no, that's it. It's and a lot of people on it are regular commenters, serial commenters.
That's why we're telling you.
Yeah.
The people that join us on these live, what we call eFIXX TV, live streams called eFIXX TV. We want to give back to the people that are loyal to us, the ones that follow us on Instagram, the one that watches this show. They're the people we want to give the prizes to. Okay. So join in and let us give back to you for everything you've done for us. Yeah. There is some people to thank as well as always. Let's put them back up. This isn't possible without the support of Lasico, which is often known as BG as well. So BG and Lasico being under the same umbrella. Wago, we thank you. eFIXX and Ludum Palazzoli for supporting eFIXX TV. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to do this every 2 weeks. Does it take a lot of time to do this?
Yes.
Yes.
It takes a lot of time to do it. Yeah, it's been.
The effort that we try and put in to help you out is great, and we love doing it. Trust me, we love doing it. So don't we, Greg? Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bit slow there, though, weren't you?
I was just checking on the comment.
I'm doing this as well. People notice I'm doing this. You're just looking at us. You're watching us on the screen.
Watching us back in time. I'm 2 minutes out here, and I'm watching the commenting. So. Yeah, so a lot of people are after, the step cutters and the Lithe audio speakers, both great prizes.
But do great things, win great prizes. I mean, we're not going to make it difficult for you. If we notice you sprayed all over our social media and commenting and leaving great questions, we'll be forced to give you something good.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, we don't reward people that don't put the effort in.
Yeah, and we've got some other
What?
special things. We're doing some giveaways, haven't we? We've got some guests coming next week.
Oh, you going there, are you?
We're not going to say what it is.
We're under an NDA.
Yeah, I have to cough.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we're doing something really special Monday and Tuesday next week. We've got 10 visitors coming in.
yeah.
10 special guests have been invited in.
It's a world first, and we're just going to tease you with that one. It's a brand new product. Nobody's done one before. Wow. Yeah, that's going to...
Did you read the NDA?
Well, I'm not saying who it is or what it is.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So we've got some familiar faces coming back and some brand new people we've never met, and we're really excited about meeting those new people as well. And we're entrusting these people with the information that we know, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that's good, and that'll drop that within a couple of weeks afterwards.
Depends when the product's launched.
Oh right, okay. Have they not nailed the date down yet?
No.
Oh, it's exciting at eFIXX.
It is. This is, yeah.
Oh dear. We're gonna end it now. So let's just remind you. Thank you very much for taking part. If you're not watching it live, it's too late to say because people will be putting it in. If you're not watching this live,
putting LED flashing in, Gary. So,
LED flashing, love it.
Flashing LED tape.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're not watching it live, obviously you can't win any of the prizes. If you didn't watch it live and you want to watch it, obviously we're back in 2 weeks' time, 8 o'clock in 2 weeks' time, and we'll be giving loads of stuff away, a lot on top of the stuff that we normally give away, because it'll be the end of the live stream.
Yeah, it will. So I think we're staying on for a bit, aren't we?
Are we? It's where we turn into normal people, don't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to stay down and do something that we call the plug and socket. Normally we'd be walking off once we get our bar area built in here. We'll walk off to the bar. We'll take you with us and you can join us for a chat. We're going to try and look at some of the questions. Obviously the real technical ones Steve will pick up for us, or we'll have to hold them over to Joe at some point. We just down in the chat now, so we're going to be about 30 to 40 seconds out of speed with you. So if you write something in there, it will take us just a little bit of time to catch you back up. Yeah. As far as we're concerned, the live TV is over, and we will see you in 2 weeks. We'll be giving away all the stuff that's around us. Agreed?
Yeah,
have you had a nice time, Greg?
I have, Chris. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got you there. So we've got some people back we haven't seen for a while. 7 Up Sam.
Seven Up Sam. Where's 7 Up Sam been?
Yeah, she's been doing her some exams, and thanks Joe for helping with her science and principles.
Good. Yeah. So brilliant. I think he did a direct answer to one of her questions as well.
Well, there you go.
So we're in the what's the plug and socket now, so we can just
so we
waffle
can do
on
that.
now, can't we? So I can just
look
relax
at these
now.
General 69s, Gary. That's a...
Do I need hand cam, do you think?
Yeah.
I might do. I'll leave it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to fill up my...
barley-based beverage.
Yeah.
Right, so gives them a few. So if there's something you want to ask us, we had a great question. This is one about...
I've got one already in Barrett 707. Why do manufacturers make a massive deal about single module SPDs, but then you have to put an MCB next to it, so it takes up 2 modules again? That's a very great... it's very valid, that.
Yeah.
I guess it's a bit the reverse of does it go to 11? You could be really unlucky and have to do 3.
Yeah, but doesn't the new one from Wirex clip straight onto the buzz band doesn't need a fuse?
It does.
So Wirex have actually Wirex is it a Wirex product? It's not Crabtree, is it, at the minute? I think so. Wirex SPDs go straight onto the buzz bar. We asked them for one. Send us one. Let us have a look at it. Have you had it yet?
The
one from Wirex.
No.
I reached out to my good friend. In Wirex. I said, Johnny, send me one, Johnny. Have you got one yet? No. Could have answered that question in a video about 6 weeks ago, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've solved the problem, and I don't know why the earth connection was. Go with earth. Earth connection was always at the bottom. Why don't it just have moved it?
It was probably borrowed from a different country.
Good thinking, Batman.
So we've just imported it and sort of shoehorned it into what we normally do. You know how we like to do that. It's not in a single row.
Yeah, our obsession with just breakers in boards.
The rest of Europe, they've got like multiple stacked things here, wires between them. They can put in anyone,
time clocks, different breakers, contacts, control systems for AV, all in one board. Not a problem.
Yeah.
We can only have that in the board.
Yeah.
We'll have another box somewhere else, another box somewhere else. Yeah. Obsessed with that, aren't we? But yeah, great question. Yeah, and we could answer it. So that's even a better question. Anything else,
There is. I've just a message from Mrs. Hayes. I was supposed to approve it, but accidentally deleted it. It was thanks for everyone who continue to support Team Hayes.
Yeah.
Everyone out there, I know you've got a lot
Did
of
you
support.
delete it?
No, there was one that says approved, but I pushed the wrong button. So
Okay, she sent it again.
No, she hasn't. No. So
Okay.
If you do it again, that's. I'll
Okay. Yeah. So now we're off camera. I mean, obviously, it's almost our anniversary of our disaster. So we've been through personal hell and back, and lots of people that have followed me on my journey before I came to this journey have supported me, my wife, and my daughter through some challenging times, and we are still going through some unbelievably challenging times. And we appreciate everyone's done. I've tried to get my daughter to do a video to say thank you, but she's 13 and she's now got obviously she's lost her right hand as well, which was her predominant hand. So to get her on camera has been a bit tricky, but thank you. Yeah. So for those who stayed on, cheers.
Yeah. Sorry, Michelle.
Okay. So
Trigger happy.
Yeah. No worries. Okay.
Well, we've done the MCBs. Well, I'll have a look at these.
Yeah, can do.
General 69s.
Yeah. Did I leave the camera? I did. I've got wobble hand now. I'll just swap these over.
You've got wobble hand?
Well, I've got
You've
a hold
always
it.
got wobble
hand. But do you see my soldering? My soldering was
That
brilliant.
was not your soldering.
It was my soldering. That was my soldering. Wasn't it? It's brilliant soldering. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Masterclass. Go on, get them out of the packet then. Let's have a look. What we got?
Oh, I'm taking them out of the packet. I'm unboxing.
Unless we're doing a tool review on them, are we? So, I've got terrible light. Go on in.
I'll take them out of the packet. This is the
Oh,
General
yeah.
69.
Can't you just peel it out of the packet? It slides off, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a staple in.
Oh, no. Don't rip them.
So these are from the General Tools Company of New York. Now, what I love about American tools is they're always, I say a little bit agricultural.
Agricultural, yeah?
Yeah. So you've got a little depth gauge you can set here. I don't know how you do. There's a spring mechanism here. I'm going to have to figure these out.
It's not the best tool review I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay, turn that. That sets the depth of your little strippers at the end.
Oh, right, okay. Keep you still, you're wafting it around.
I'm just getting used to them. First time I used them.
What? Tools?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's not a lot of money gone into that, is there?
Yeah. But what amazed me
We're on the telly.
down at Penelcom, yeah,
What amazed you at Penelcom, yeah?
Leroy.
Leroy, is it now? Yeah.
Leon.
Yeah. Cool name,
He
yeah.
uses these for everything.
Did he?
He splits his cable, he strips his cable, he cuts his lead tape with them.
LED
lead
strip.
flashing. Yeah, it was, he used these for everything. And it was like, and then you think, oh, we're going to go there, it's going to be some really high-tech solder iron. That's the one you used to use, everyone used it at school.
Yeah,
yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I didn't want to say that. I was like, I remember them from school, because it would have been, that's £1,000 soldering iron. You didn't have them at school, but it was, wasn't it?
No, and it was like, but...
That third hand, when you get to that third hand's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, the third hand and the quality of joints he made with...
Because we didn't show the third hand. He put that one on the desk, didn't he, to do the...
Yeah, we haven't showed the third hand
No, we
yet.
haven't showed the third hand. We've been sneaky there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Third hand's brilliant.
The third hand's brilliant, and just these little cutters that are... Yeah, you can't get over here. Someone has to bring them back in their baggage from the US.
It was what was his name? Ross? No, not Ross. I got his name wrong. It was Rob. Rob said he has to take less clothes, doesn't he, so he can bring them back from America when he flies out there.
Yeah, but that was some great tips there.
But didn't we see some great people down there?
Yeah,
He was a good guy, wasn't he?
no, all good.
Bless him. Yeah.
So it's and there's some other innovations. You just think, wow, when people are set up to do a job properly.
Oh yeah, the half a metre.
Yeah,
half a metre. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, he got some good
We're
gear.
gonna have to build one of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if a guy in Portsmouth nicks that idea and starts doing them along with his brockets.
Yeah. Double insulation kicking off. We've got to come back to that actually, because a lot of
Double in what respect?
meter tails.
What about them being double insulated?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the question?
It's I'm trying back. I know we're going to come back to it because Eddie wants us to come back to it. So.
Oh dear, Eddie.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. We had the one about extra low voltage cables being buried in walls as well, didn't we?
We did, yes.
Yeah, so here's one for you. So obviously we know prescribed cable zones, think of a domestic dwelling, we know horizontally and vertical from a electrical point. Obviously because it's obviously a band 2 voltage, but once you go to band 1, obviously there's not, if you drilled into a band 1, obviously there's no issue with electric shock. You know, you think 12, 50 volts, etc. Do you still put them in the prescribed zones? Great question. Now, I'd flip that round to your engineering judgment. I hate that term in some ways, but you wouldn't want your cable to be drilled into, would you? Because the circuit would fail. No. So by putting it in an area away from the logical prescribed zones would obviously mean that if it was drilled into, there'd be a failure of the circuit, not necessarily a risk of electric shock. So if you had, I don't know, a 12 volt socket outlet in a bathroom for a old radio like you did in your day, no doubt, that you used to plug in, you wouldn't want that coming diagonally into the accessory, and then somebody comes along and puts their, you know, I don't know, what would you call it, medicine cabinet with a mirrored front door, wouldn't you? Obviously on there and screwing through the cables. Good question. So if anyone else has got a better answer than my unfortunate engineering judgment, okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I like about engineering judgment, isn't it?
It's the biggest cop-out card in your wallet, isn't it? Well, in my engineering judgment, I got it wrong, but I went with it.
Yeah. I always think, my engineering judgment, right, so I think, right, when the building's burnt down and the insurance assessors are raking over the hot embers, am I going to be liable?
Is your engineering judgment card in there?
Somehow they're going to find my label or something in there. It's like, whose engineering judgment was this?
Yeah. And having seen a couple of factories where you suggested, you get the wiring circuit going again, I would say you should live dangerously, don't you?
If you can't drill out a BS88 fuse and rethread it, Gary, then you don't get a job in plant maintenance. You know, that's all I say. So,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Productions first. 7-Up Sam, you're right. We did used to use these school electronics classes. Yeah, everyone had a pair of them. That was it.
Well done, Sam.
Yeah, and the magnifying glass with the crocodile clips on. No, that's not the third hand. You're right. They're like a third hand. Yeah, but not in this case.
No, not in this case.
Yeah.
And Sam went missing. I hadn't seen her on social media for a while either. And hopefully she was concentrating on those exams. Well, we sent her that BG board as well. She built. I never saw any. I think you probably did. You were building your test rig and you sent some photos. If you have finished it, tag us in on your test rig as well. We'd like to see that. And again, if there's something we've got and you think we can help you, Sam, as always, just reach out to us on Instagram, whether you have to come through my Instagram or eFIXX's one. If we've got something we can help you, we will. So there's no issues.
Yeah, well, we do need to have a clear out, actually, at some point as well. We've got, if anyone wants any stuff.
I think Ross wants that spare tester we've got, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, Craig Gifford was after the 3155 and the EV tester, but that's not happening, Craig.
No.
We know you can afford it.
Yeah. Second houses like that, yeah. He's taking the mick.
Eddie's off to the Brush and Brocket. Brush and Brocket.
Oh, I love it, good name for a pub, yeah. It's just down Tin Can Alley, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Billy, sorry, you must work in plant. Yeah, production is priority is worse than the engineering cop-out card, you're right. But
what's that?
Yeah, he's obviously worked in plant maintenance where production is priority.
Okay, yeah. Safety isn't then, obviously.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of that, though, don't we?
I mean, it's
rife,
it's tough in factories. If you work in factories, there's that, pressure. And sometimes you've got, 400 people who earn good money on overtime facing you off and saying, no, we're out.
Sitting there looking at a machine that ain't working.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant place to be. So it's, the engineer production priority. I've had that few discussions. Yeah.
You've been on both sides of the coin, haven't you?
Yeah. I once had to evacuate a factory.
Oh, right.
So sometimes engineering judgment doesn't quite work out, Gary.
I don't like that phrase either. I don't know why I said it. Oh, I'm going to regret saying that now. Engineering judgment. Yeah. Let's go with something a bit more than that.
Yeah, what's safety in a factory? Yeah, we're not going there this week. But,
no, not this week. Oh dear, what else have we got?
Have we
got many people on? Did many people start?
Still plenty of people on.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's quite nice to just feel like yourself at this stage, isn't it? I mean, you feel like the other bit, you're sort of booming it at people, aren't you?
Yeah, no, that's there. Plenty of
My wife usually drops off now. Probably to sleep. She said, I only watch the live bit, I don't watch the bit afterwards. Is Pegasus in there?
No, he's gone to the Brush and Brocket. Well, he's staying at Craig's staff accommodation, isn't he? He's staying in the stables.
Oh, he's in the stables. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, I think we're coming there, Gary. I think we're all done.
Okay. We're all good. Well, again, if you've stayed on, thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, if you stayed on, if you've got anything interesting you're doing on site, Yeah, now we're getting freed up, isn't it? If you've got any interesting jobs coming up, let us know.
As long as we can get access, we can come along. If you're happy for us to, obviously record a little bit of it. And if you're good at something, if you've got the absolute beans at doing something and you want to show us, great. Yeah, invite us out. If we can get there, we will.
Or come down and try the Electricians Challenge.
Yeah, we need some more people. I think we've got one more in the bag, haven't we? And we're looking for people, aren't we?
Yeah. We are.
Let's get in front of Rossgate.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to...
I think we do, yeah. We'll check in there. But yeah, thanks. It's been great fun. We've enjoyed...
Absolutely. So back in 2 weeks, and you know that. And obviously, we're going to try and give some of this stuff away. If you stayed on this late, you want to be, commenting starting tomorrow, step cut first.
Step cut, let us know what you think.
Yeah, and then probably Saturday, Sunday, I would think there'll be a couple more coming out. So we'll look out for them. Plenty of comments, plenty of great questions. And until 2 weeks' time, you'll see us. I would imagine there'll be a video coming out. What time tomorrow, do you reckon?
About 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so we'll be back on your screens again by before the evening is out tomorrow. Be safe, and we'll see you live in 2 weeks' time, but you'll probably see us doing a step cut tomorrow.